Some lawmakers questioning the government's supposed preference for the COVID-19 vaccine of Chinese drug maker Sinovac or Sinopharm, while several local governments and private firms signed deals with the UK company Astrazeneca. Sinovac's vaccine remains the country's priority. Now, this despite new data from Brazil showing it is only over 50% effective, just a little over the standard global regulators set for vaccine approval. The initial batch of Coronavac will arrive next month. First to receive them are medical frontliners in Metro Manila. What does a group of nurses have to say about this? We go above and beyond the headlines with the Vice President of Filipino Nurses United, Eleanor Nolasco. Good evening, Eleanor. Thank you very much. Welcome to Newsnight. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, maraming salamat, Tia, and good evening also.
Yes, ma'am. Well, let's begin with this. So, ang mga medical frontliners, health workers, kayo po yung number one priority for the vaccine. When the vaccines do arrive next month, will you take the vaccine? Will you get the shots?
Okay. While we welcome the announcement that we will be the first to receive the vaccination, we have very strong misgivings, given the issues and problems that hound the first vaccine that will be given to the public. Yun ngang sinasabi, di ba natin, yung Sinovac, yung nabanggit mo rin, na suspended ang clinical trials nito sa Brazil. At in fact, wala pa siyang application in the country. Yet, it will be the first to be rolled out by the government. As a group, we really haven't consulted our members yet. But at this point, ang dapat naming gustong ma-assure ay yung safety and efficacy of the vaccine that we will be given to health workers. And as it is, for as long as we don't have yet those assurance, I don't think we can give our full parang okay if it will be offered to us as the first sector to be given that vaccine. Wala pa kaming ganung hindi
What are you saying, ma'am? So what are you saying? So what are you saying, ma'am? Because my question is, are you going to take the vaccine?
Pag binigay na yung guidelines and we are given an assurance that it will be safe and effective. But at this point, it's just an announcement, It's a positive announcement, but there's no definite guidelines yet that is being given to the health workers.
Mm-hmm. When you say guidelines, exactly what do you mean?
Kung sino ang priority among health workers, tapos nga yung issue na how will we be assured of the safety and efficacy given what has been disclosed about the first vaccine that will be given to us. So, napakahirap mong sabihin na yes, we are willing, Pero itong mga very critical issues na to, wala pang kasagutan.
Okay. So, you're going to wait first. In other words, we will be in suspended animation if, 2,000 members of the Filipino Nurses Association will take the Sinovac vaccine. But if, for example, sabihin nila, because, for example, ma'am, various local governments in Metro Manila have deals with Astrazeneca. Of course, we don't know kung kailan siya darating. So are you saying na mas gusto niyo pang Astrazeneca kesa sa Sinovac? And then my follow-up question to that is what's most important here is availability, The first available vaccine, shouldn't that be the one that we should take? Because even if sabihin mong kung 54% ayon sa Brazil, or Dr. Nina Gloriani, kanina sabi niya 70%. Yun pala yung latest study, which means that kahit papaano merong konting protection because of that vaccine. So are you saying that you'd rather not have kahit 54 or 70% protection instead of just or you won't take it at all?
Actually naman, ang bottom line, it will be the individual health worker who who will decide whether she would want to try it or not, or whether she would want to be vaccinated or not. It's gonna be her call, di ba? If all the information is presented to her, and despite the misgivings, she decides that she wants it, even if it's only 50% effective, then that will be her call. That will be her call. Or that the health
Okay.
workers.
But for you, ma'am, can you tell us now what will be your call? If you are told na 54% or 70% effective, what will be your call?
As
Would
an,
you
orga-
take it or not?
as an organization, we haven't really decided on that. No, we still tomorrow we will be having a forum on what the ethics and procedures that should be followed in the rolling out of the vaccine. So, but at this point, what I'm saying is, if an individual member would like to take it, then she may on her own volition get the vaccine.
What about you, ma'am? Kayo po. I'm not
Oh,
asking
wait
now
and see.
about the organization of Filipino nurses. Kayo po.
Ako as an individual member, I am on a wait and see position because I cannot. I don't think I'm willing to parang take the risk, given that we are not yet assured of the safety and efficacy of the first vaccine that will be rolled out. And besides, di ba, meron na nga tayong mga ilan pang
But,
mga
yeah.
kababayan na nakakuha nun. And up to now, they haven't, the government hasn't given us any, they're still not transparent about the results of the vaccines that have been given out to some members of the military, specifically the PSC.
Pero, oo. Oo. Pero kung AstraZeneca, Moderna, Pfizer, the vaccine from Johnson and Johnson, and Gamaleya from Russia, or Covovax from India, would you say yes to any of that?
Basta for as long as ang dalawang conditions nga are met, the safety and efficacy. Ang Pfizer kasi, kaya why it is more acceptable is they're saying that the efficacy is 95%. And Seneca also has a higher efficacy, and cost-wise, it's a lot cheaper. So merong mas acceptance sa public. So kung pag-uusapan kasi ang safety, ang Sinovac, supposedly 50% lang ang efficacy, di ba? And there are still issues hounding the procurement. Ano ba yun? Favorable ba para sa ating bansa? Will it be economical for the country? So yun ang issues pa other than the safety and efficacy. So parang mabilis and we are being, I would not like to use it, but it would appear na parang guinea pigs na naman ng health workers dito sa issue ng vaccination.
Guinea pigs, but the reason for the announcement from the government that the health workers would be first in line to get the vaccine is precisely to protect you.
Oo nga, pero may assurance ba ng protection sa 50%? 50%?
Yeah. Okay. Sige, ma'am, yeah. Sige po.
Okay. Yung issue ng we cannot be choosy. We cannot be choosy. Pero if it's a question of life and death also, di ba? Why can't we be choosy? And we have options to choose from. So why can we not consider other options? Why just run it? And
well, it's interesting that you bring up the life and death issue, because death could come about if we don't take any vaccine whatsoever. But anyway, ma'am, Eleanor Nolasco of the Filipino Nurses Association. Ma'am, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Okay.
Salamat po.
Thank you
Salamat
very
po.